Back again, Ken Meek Show. This is Ken's Cocktails Conversations. Here with family, that's what we do. Just talk. So today's topic, talking about relationships. I want to know this, man. Because don't nobody want to break the ice. I break the ice. I want to know, where do all the good women hang out in Atlanta? At home?
I can answer that.
Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not from here.
Spice House.
Spice House.
Have you ever been to Spice House before?
What's that?
Never.
That's Caribbean.
Actually, Prince put me on Spice House.
What?
Yes.
Prince is gonna put you on some good food. Is that a restaurant?
Yes. It's a good restaurant.
Prince
They have
is gonna put you
good
on some
food. Lots of professionals are there. And so like every time I come to Atlanta, that's usually one of the first places I go to.
Okay. So will I find my wife?
It's a good place to like network too.
Will I find my wife there or just somebody to hang with?
I mean, it just depends on what you end up making of it.
I got a question.
Yeah.
When you, any one of y'all was married before, right? You was married before.
Mm-hmm.
You married. And my whole thing about marriage, right? You know the vows, for better or worse.
Yeah.
Women don't love for worse. They love for better.
Y'all don't marry for better.
No, listen.
Y'all can't wait to do worse.
Listen. No, let's not just say women. I think everybody, because when it gets worse, you get running, you get to going. And I just feel like we all, like this generation, don't stick in for better, for worse.
Yeah.
You don't stick around for.
I did. I stuck around
I know.
for 10 years. Well, 5 years together, 5 years married.
And then another thing, girls don't leave when it's bad. They leave when it's getting good. When they finally be like, they got through the bad run, and then he's trying to be good, then she be like,
Oh yeah, there she goes.
But
peace.
it starts with communication, though. It starts, if you build a good foundation as far as communication, hear me out now. From the beginning, then once you get into that marriage, because a lot of people say, I fell out of love. I don't believe in
How do
that,
you fall
Paul.
out of love?
I don't believe in that.
That's why I'm trying to tell you, there's no for better, for worse. It says the death do us part. What's the
Everybody
breaking
has
point?
a breaking point, though.
What's the
After
breaking
you've
Everybody
gone-
does.
After you've gone through a pattern over and over
Okay,
and over
but what
with
if-
someone, and listen, everybody's change is on them.
Okay.
So if that person does decide to change, and all of a sudden when you leaving, that's the tipping point.
No,
Sometimes it's
But
too
hold
late
on,
because you've been through too
I think
much.
this is the problem though.
Bingo.
Everybody not taking the time out to understand each other's love language.
Bingo.
That's the point.
They not taking
That's
their
the
time.
point now.
Yeah, listen, when I meet a lady, this is my new thing. If I'm getting to know you, what's your love language?
Yeah.
Because guess what? Whatever your love language is, if it fits me, I want to cater to that. You know what I'm saying? I want to cater to that.
But
and guess
can
what?
I-
Me as a man, I want to give you my love language to see if you could cater to that
Can I-
too.
But that don't mean they're going to follow that, though.
Exactly.
And then I change for you. It's all, that's a
People
red
don't
flag.
give
You see the color of your jacket?
Yeah.
It's a red
It's
flag.
No, but that is true, though. Love language is important.
Love language. Love
It's a
language.
red flag.
No,
Hold on.
love language is important, but what I've learned in dating is that sometimes we don't ask the right questions in the beginning.
Right.
And so,
right.
and so,
That's
Communication.
because no, like
That's right.
literally, anytime I have a first date, there's one question that I have to ask.
What is it?
The question is, are you happy?
Right.
Are you happy?
good.
Because listen, and they can say, if they say, I'm happy, but I gotta, I'm not where I want to be. I'm happy, but when they say but, that's
That but.
That's
a
no.
red flag.
I don't think
because-
there's anyone in life, though, that wouldn't say a but. That's like meeting someone that has everything they want
Well, see,
in life, right?
That butt though.
Wait,
is
you gotta be
important.
There's
happy.
always
You
something
gotta be
else.
happy
That
with
butt
you.
is
You gotta be happy
important.
with you, but I don't
You
think
still
I've ever
got
met a
trauma.
person that wasn't working towards something, which is
yeah.
kind of
There's some
annoying.
trauma,
Because as
man.
humans, it's like we're
That's
never
right.
satisfied.
well, if you feel, if you feel like you're in a good place, I mean, like a lot
can
of
be
my
in a good
friends,
place.
you could be in a good place to where you're still willing to share that with someone, and then of course we always set goals for ourselves, and you want to build with that person, but I just feel like if you're not fully happy internally, there's just no way
Self
Yeah.
needs to be happy.
you have
Self
to
needs to be
have
happy in order to move on.
And then another thing is a lot of bad bum bitches.
Oh,
what?
say it again.
What? Hold
bitches.
on.
I'm not saying it's y'all.
But don't have
I'm
nothing
just-
going.
We gotta
Break it down, break it down.
We gotta
What
start
is,
putting
what
that
is,
out
what,
there.
what is,
Some
okay,
say
what's
one.
a bum bitch to you?
A bad bum. The girls be like, I'm a bad bitch, but she's a bum bad bitch.
So what he mean is she got the Louis Vuitton purse,
Right.
but she's driving a
Right.
Honda.
No. Look,
Before we get started,
Paying my car note.
let's go to a spot where we can ask y'all some questions and advice based
Hold
on.
on, we gotta break this down
He
first.
do gotta break it down.
a
But let's do
bad
that
bum bitch is a woman that's beautiful. We thinking, oh my God, she's
Right.
bad.
She's bad.
Right.
But then you gotta, when you meet her and start to date her, you gotta take care of all her bills.
Right. Nah, you crazy.
This
Come on, son.
and she does nothing but stay home and you get in the mirror and get on Instagram and be like, I'm a bad bitch.
Right.
I gotta get a bag. I get a homegirl. What is your? That's when.
But
That's
hold
when
on,
I
I
ask
gotta
for
cut 'em off.
standards.
What are your goals?
My interpretation of a bad woman, not a bad bitch, a bad woman is a lady that could just take care of her own. And guess what? All she gotta do is show me she could take care of her own, and I'm willing to jump in and help her take care of her own.
No,
You know
but
what
that's
I'm
where it
saying?
comes. That's where it comes with standards. Because girls scream that I got standards. So I wrote on Instagram the other day. I said, "What is your standards?" And your standards can't be what a man can offer you.
Nah.
It got and what you obtain from a man. It got to be what you present when I first meet you. So you make a man come to your standards. Most women got standards of, oh, I want this drug dealer nigga. I'm getting
Right.
another drug dealer nigga to pay on my back. Give on, you know what I mean? So you be like, what is your standards though?
I seen a clip
So
on
I got a-
Instagram.
I got a question for the lady.
Hold on.
Okay, go
I
ahead.
seen a clip on Instagram.
Okay.
They asked the women, what type of man you like, drug dealer or working man? Most of the women picked the drug dealer. I'm like, are you kidding
That's
me?
hilarious.
They want a different life, but they still
Are you
bad.
kidding me? Because
So I gotta
make a song,
Hey,
bad
come
bitches.
on, man.
I like that.
We
But
had
look,
I have a
I got a question for
kinda
the
like
lady.
that.
So he's talking about the bad bum girls, right? So
Girls, this nigga want to be
well,
extra.
you know, you can't mix. So talking about the bad bum girls, what is the perfect guy for you all, or what's the bad bum guy for you all?
Bum guy. Oh man.
They don't even know. though.
So okay,
Same
I got another
situation,
question.
same situation.
Should a man, just like he said, you meet a bad girl, then they expect you to pay all their bills? It's different type of women. So are you all the type that the guy should pay everything in the household?
Right.
Hold on.
If you married to them, they should.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
I
if
agree
you were
with that.
dating,
No.
So my rule with
I don't think so.
my personal rule with myself is I don't ask for anything more than what I can do on my own. So
Right.
if I want a man with good credit, I need to have good credit too.
Yeah.
If I want a man
on your level.
yeah, exactly. If I want a family
That's
man,
your
I
standards.
need to be a family woman. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Like
same.
I have to match whatever it is that I know I want for myself
Asking
because
for.
that's where I'm at. You know, you have to meet people where they are, and if they're not aligning with where you feel you are, because I mean, I'm not going to have an unrealistic standard like, oh, I have to have a man that makes $1 million, but I'm not doing anything myself to get that $1 million. You know
Let
what I'm
me ask
saying?
you this.
I agree.
Have
Yeah.
you ever heard of love at first sight?
Yeah.
Will you marry me?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my
Will you
God.
marry me? Will you marry me?
God.
You're not joining hands though.
Oh my
I
God.
like that.
What
Hold on.
What are you talking
Hey, I'm
about?
passing tonight. Give me a bow.
Oh my God.
Yo, what do you
believe in love at
mean?
first sight.
Match
Hold
my
on.
energy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, that's
Match my
it.
energy,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
What are you talking about?
I just feel
It's
like
lust
I
at
just
first sight.
Come on,
I just
son.
feel like
Love,
women.
love,
I just
lust,
feel like
love. What do you mean? Whatever you want to call it, bro.
I just feel like whatever a woman wants, she
on.
needs to make sure that she's in that same predicament as well. Like I just
I fully agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some
That's
girls,
right.
like, you're
Other
living
than
at
that, you gonna
home.
be a
If you're
bad
living at home
bum.
with your mom and then you're telling him he needs to have his own place, that
Exactly.
All right,
doesn't match up.
let me ask one
That
question,
doesn't match
right?
up.
Let me ask this question. You my lady, right? You live in your own place. I'm a man. I live in my own place. We're dating, and we're coming to the point where we know that we actually starting to connect. But before we know that we connect, you might have done something with me. Do you expect me to pay your car note or your rent or things as
Just
such?
because y'all had
Just
sex?
because we had sex or anything like that?
That's a
Do
prostitute.
you feel like? Do
No,
you,
but
do
it's
you
some
feel
girls
like-
that think, look, I gave this to you.
No.
Now we're together.
Hold up,
Some
now,
girls
I'm
do.
gonna keep it a buck because I got my own place, and the girl I deal with, she got her
Yeah.
own place. I pay half her bills.
Oh, that's
Cool.
sexy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Okay, cool.
I'm not mad at
But
that
here's
at all.
the thing.
But-
Hold on, are you
I think
committed?
we're missing something.
Wait, yeah.
with all this.
Are you
We're
committed?
talking about money.
But
and
hold
paying
on.
bills,
I
all
think
that.
that he missing the old school way of life. You know what I'm saying?
old
I think
school
that
way
he
of
missing
life
that.
is they
the
pay
old
everything.
school. Hold on, chill.
Listen,
And I think there's a difference between, first of all, a husband and wife, a boyfriend and girlfriend. I still feel like it should be a committed relationship regardless. But as far as like the whole bill thing, like Brasco said, if you living with your man and y'all live together and that's your husband, then I feel like yes, he's gonna take care of the bills and that's cool. And I was the type of wife where I still contributed. Even when my husband was paying for everything, I still would be like, just everything I could think of, helping fix up the house, the nanny, paying for this, that, buying the groceries. Like I
Yeah.
always contribute.
that's how it should be.
Yeah, for sure. Not like just whatever. And I have my own thing going on. But I do agree with what Lexi was saying in the sense of like, I'm not gonna ask for something if I can't bring that
To the
too.
table.
And the whole bad whatever for guys is like a guy could be super fine, really good looking, and then want you, but then like just have nothing to offer, like not even like, like I had a guy recently try to hit on me and he's like super cool, but he's like still lives with roommates and still this and just like a lot going on to where it's like I did that when I was like 19, 20. Now I want my man to at the least, you don't got to be driving a whole bunch of this and buying me purses, but at least live by yourself, you know, have your own spot.
If you want to.
Just, I don't even know, it's super sweet, but no, because I'm like, you got to at least have your own spot that I can go to and be comfortable and be able to do nice things. I still love flowers and gifts, but do you got to just like, everything is, because I feel like the girls who are portraying the whole, like, I want the bag, are getting the purses, and then the guys are like trash, like dogs. So it's like you get the bags,
Yeah, but
the whole crying the Honda, crying the Bentley, I get it,
Because y'all want
but
a down to earth guy.
I
Y'all
get it,
don't want
but
that.
no, I don't get
this
it.
is one thing.
Y'all don't want it down to earth, guy.
Everybody has their own standard of what they want out of a relationship. Some people operate as teammates. Some people operate where one is more dominant and the man is paying all the bills. Some people operate where the woman is paying, which I feel like teammate is like one of the best things. If we both are making it, we both can contribute in some type of way.
Yeah.
I think the only thing we're missing in this conversation is, what if he got all this money, but he treat me like shit?
That's what I was just saying. That's what I was just saying. You get the expensive bag, but then you can turn around and
It has
get
to be a balance,
dogs
right?
or cheated
It has to
on.
be a balance,
It
right?
has to be.
So it's like, who wants just all the bags and like, oh my gosh, I got the diamond watch, I got this, but you just cheating on me like
I'm gonna teach
crazy.
you everything you
Nah.
want, but
I'll
I'm
take
gonna
a
go out and step out on you.
Yeah.
These girls,
Step out on it.
these girls rather have the bag and
Yeah, and
No,
the
I
nigga
think
step
it's
out
the
on
girls
you.
you deal with.
No, I'm,
because
what you? Why you said me? I just said the
this side of
girls.
the table.
Listen, man.
We lyrically
People,
connected. We take care of
Atlanta. You from
ourselves.
Atlanta?
No, I'm from New Orleans, baby.
Oh, we talking about Atlanta.
As long as you buy
I'm
this
just
bag,
saying,
you can
I'm
step
just
out
saying
on
woman.
me.
I'm not saying the
No,
woman.
that's because of what's being promoted on IG.
Yeah.
We are a different breed because
We
on
are.
IG it's kind of like, oh, I mean, I was with my old person, when they had nothing. That's how we started. Well, you remember, like nothing, like coming up, everything. Then it's like, we grew. So, but am I down to just start there again? No.
Nah, you gotta start.
Not
You
like,
gotta have
no,
something.
not at all. I did that.
Ambition.
You got to
You
start
need to-
somewhere. I did that when I was
Bro, you
freaking
gotta show me
19. That
something.
worked.
That's why
But
you
now,
gotta stay on your
no.
level, like Lexi was saying.
But you
Stay on your
also
level.
want, like, I think a lot, I'm gonna ask you guys this. Do y'all think, because a lot of times on a woman's side, a lot of times I hear from my friends and everybody else is, they don't get the emotional support from a guy. And so
I'm not
those
your
are the
counselor.
main things, the women like us that I'm thinking about, that we're missing some of that. So yeah, he might provide, yeah, he might do all of these things, but is he there when I'm crying late at night, in a corner? Is he, like, that's what we're looking for?
Let me say
Emotionally available
Yeah.
men.
Yes.
They'll provide everything except for that emotional support and commitment. And I mean, and I've come across that where like a man will externally give me anything that any woman would desire, but it's like if you're we're emotional first, you know, like we want to feel that emotional connection.
Yes.
And when you're emotionally unavailable, of course, and we're becoming more emotionally available for you, the balance just kind of goes off. You know,
But you know what though? Men are more emotional than women are.
Y'all hide it very well.
Yes, we are.
Very well.
Yes, we are, man.
If that's the
But I'm just
case.
saying, though,
But we don't.
hold on.
Look.
If you keep it 100, it all boils.
We
it all
are,
boils
because we're
down
all
to-
human.
Listen, brother.
We are all human.
Listen.
He's over here.
Listen.
Somebody
Men
leave
are
and we gonna
not-
be crying. Just
no,
like
It
this.
still all boils down to love
all
language,
emotional.
though.
I used to
She
say we
might
are
be-
more emotional. No, we're not. We weren't born off emotion. They were. So how are we more
No,
emotional?
y'all were taught to
No,
suppress
man,
emotion
man.
when
I'm
you
talking
were
That's
about,
true.
I'm talking
Hold on,
about
I wanna hear this.
Biblically,
Okay.
y'all were born off emotions. We were not born off emotions.
Yeah,
we were
they
born out of
say
the ground like
emotional.
the animals. That's why we do animal tendency things.
We do. That's true.
Women wasn't born like that, so
Yeah.
we can never be more emotional in them. But we have emotions. Most men have more. Some men have more estrogen than most. You know what I mean? So they be emotional, but we were never more emotional than y'all.
It
So
still
that's
all
why.
boils down
That's
to
why
love
we
language, man.
only were here to put the work.
That's all.
And
I
y'all
think
put in the
everybody
nurture.
share the same
Love
emotions.
language,
It depends on
But
what
we
you're
the
going
first
through
shot
at
to
the
God
time.
because we cycle life into the
Y'all,
world.
y'all the what?
But
The first shot to God because we cycle life
Y'all the
into
first
world.
what?
First
Now y'all going
spot
in a
to
whole
God.
Who told you that?
Oh Lord.
The first spot to
Who
God
told you
because
that?
we cycle. I just want to hear your opinion. I just knew that was going to hit a nerve.
What? No, y'all not.
We cycle life into this.
Man,
in this
yeah,
world.
y'all will give life, but y'all not the
I
first.
ain't
So
touching that.
I have a question. What is a main thing for all three of you? What is the main thing you look for in a woman? Of course, looks are looks. Of course, attraction is attraction. But aside from that, what is the main thing internally in a woman that you look for?
Action.
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 What sign are
I
you?
wanna
What
cook.
sign are you?
I wanna, huh?
What sign are
I'm a
you?
Virgo. I wanna cook my lady a meal. All I want her to do is fix my plate and then come say, here, babe.
They all
And when I'm done, I want her to take my plate
don't-
and just dump it.
Virgo.
I
So
don't
you
ask
want
for
like a
much.
submissive?
So let's all just say what our love language is, and maybe they'll explain what we're looking for.
Yeah, let's do that.
My love language is, cause I'm a type of man that I love to cook. But so my love language is quality time.
Okay.
My quality time is me getting in the kitchen, cooking up a 5-star Houston meal for my lady. Okay. But you know what I'm saying? At the same time, all I want you to do, my quality time is spend time with me. If I'm cooking this meal, just clean the dishes, babe. Babe.
So you like acts of service too?
Huh?
Action service.
It's acts of services. That's what you could call
So
it.
time,
Acts of
service.
services.
That's
That's
one
right.
of my
That's
love
right.
languages for sure.
And also, I'm not sure what the other one is called, but a woman has the power to give her man to take over the world. All she got to do is give him the power. Give him the power.
Words of affirmation.
Support.
Yeah.
Yeah, affirmation.
you go
That's
ahead,
right.
then I'll go.
I'm sorry, man. Y'all calling it out for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I do know all 5 of them. I might just screw it up
Just
a little
say it-
bit.
say it in your
That's
own
right.
way.
I might just screw it
Yeah,
up a
he's
little
saying it in
bit.
his own way.
Go
I
ahead.
might just screw it up.
Okay.
Words of affirmation.
Words of
Same
affirmation.
thing.
Do you have any more that you gifts, acts of service?
Acts of services.
I mean, acts of
gifts. I
services, bro.
could get. You know what I mean? Like, but I just need a woman. Now, me being who I am now, like the person I used to be, I probably would want gifts and like, you know what I mean?
I don't
But
want
now,
gifts, bro.
I can get that for myself. You
So
know what
can
I mean?
I-
I really want a
I don't
woman.
even want a
Can I
gift.
say
just-
something?
Yes.
Y'all, she asked him.
Okay, go ahead.
My bad.
No, he
I was talking, but you know, y'all go ahead.
No, but you like cutting off though. You like cutting. You know what I mean?
What is yours?
Ken, what's your love language,
It's
Ken?
my time.
Yeah, what's your love language?
I like words of affirmation.
Right,
So to me,
right, yeah.
communication, like I said in the beginning, I like somebody that I can sit down and communicate with. If I can't have an intelligent conversation with you, it's a waste of my time.
I agree with that.
Right? I gotta have a good, intelligent conversation that makes me smile, right? I like a girl that can make me laugh.
Right.
I like to laugh. I like a corny girl that can watch cartoons with me. I'm a corny guy, right?
cute.
But I'm a good guy. Also, I like a girl who's coming to the table with her own stuff as well. Like, I will provide, but I need to know that if when I
Right,
leave this
right.
world, you can depend on yourself. Because if I'm talking about commitment, I'm looking at you as a wife. Now you're talking about girlfriend, then words of affirmation, all that stuff is out the window anyway because we're not really there yet, right? But if I'm looking beyond, looking for that communicator, right? I'm looking for that person that's coming in on my level. That's what I'm looking for.
You said, so
that's what I'm looking
let me ask you something. I want to, because y'all,
Okay.
you said a girlfriend, you don't really, if you
No, I'm saying in the beginning, because we don't do girlfriend and boyfriend at our age, right?
Yeah.
We're grown.
So what we do?
We grown.
What we do?
We grown.
We date.
We date.
We date until we
With
find
a purpose.
date with a purpose until we
With a
find
Gotta have direction.
Niggas date with
until
a
we
purpose.
find someone to commit with.
Right,
Now,
right,
commitment.
right.
Hold on, listen to me. People can look at commitment in a couple of ways. Some people say you're not committed until you engaged, right? Some people say that. They say it's 3 things you do,
You date,
right?
court to marry.
You make a promise.
You
That's when
date,
you get on your knees.
Court to marry.
And we say the same thing. You get on your knees and say, I want you to marry me. That's the first thing you do. You make a promise. Second thing you do, you go in front of the God, right? Go in front of God at the altar to get married. Last thing you do, you sign your John Hancock saying, I want this lady.
So you trying to say,
So anything before that, I'm just saying
Hold on.
some people
So you're
think
trying to say-
anything before that
You
is
ain't-
just dating.
dating is
You get what I'm
collecting-
saying? Y'all understand
It's
that?
collecting data, right? Dating is collecting data.
Yeah, we agree,
So
I agree.
the next level, you don't have girlfriends no more?
I'm single.
I'm just saying, if you get in, like, you met a woman, you collect the data, that's not gonna be your significant other, like.
It depends. You got stages. It's stages.
What's
We have,
You gotta,
look, I'm
you
never
gotta,
going to
you gotta
say
verify that though.
a woman. Look, women like titles.
Can
Some
we,
men do.
Can we give our
Okay, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
let's say love languages first. Let's say love
Yeah.
languages.
My love language is acts of service. The reason being is because I'm an alpha woman, and I do everything independently. As an entrepreneur, I'm used to just doing things by myself. So it makes me feel good when someone can just do little things for me, like, oh yeah, like I took your car to, I took your car to go get it washed. Just like little things, because I'm so used to just doing it by myself. And it feels good when a man can just lead, because I lead my own life independently. I feel dominant in my life independently. So it feels good when I can just rest my head and not have to worry about anything, because I know that. And then again, and I don't even have to ask. Like
I got you. Will
just.
you marry me?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
Look,
gosh.
what you
God.
think about this?
Huh?
Oh, they- you make it look-
Oh my gosh.
Love
Oh my
connection.
gosh.
little love connections going on.
Let me chill. Let
Yo,
me chill. Let me
wait.
chill. Let me
What's
chill.
your
Let me chill.
what's your love
Oh my
Let me
gosh.
take this over.
Let me chill.
I agree with her in the sense of I do a lot of stuff by myself, and I have been taking care of myself for years now. Like, of course, even in a relationship is one thing, but still, even in my relationship, I always was independent. I always had enough money to, if I had to, get my own place or get my car or whatever I needed to do. So it is the little things that matter. But yeah, like, time is my top number one, because you can have all the money in the world, you could be super rich, super this, super popping, oh, I'm this and that, I'm working with such and such. Okay, but do you spend time with me? Because I need that.
Yeah.
And I need to be talked to. Like, I need you to stimulate my mind. Like, I like to have good conversation. Like, what do you think about, the stars, and what do you believe in, like, God, and just talk about, like, just other things other than just so surface. Like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite food? I like to talk, and I love my mind stimulated. I love time, quality time. Who doesn't like a gift? I don't care what your language is.
Yeah.
You automatically like someone to say, hey, I thought of you. Like, of course. So that's a duh.
Let me ask you
But
this though.
What do you mean?
It's hold on. Is gifts?
no. I wasn't saying that's one of mine. I was just being honest, because people always try to skip past that. Everyone loves a gift. But I prefer
that's
time.
a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Because I'm the type that if I'm outside shopping for myself, I'm gonna bring something in for my lady. I don't care what it is. I'm gonna bring something in. But let me ask you this: what if your love language is paying your rent or paying your car note?
I do like doing things for myself, because I do it now. I live alone. I have a 3-bedroom to myself. Well, my son co-parent. He comes over, but it's like, I do that for myself. So I do like that. It feels good to wake up on your own, put your key in, of course. But I feel like as dope as that is, it's nothing like doing that with your man. Because
sure.
I feel like it's nothing like when you work super hard and you make good money, or you, whatever your job is, and then you can go home. Like one of my other love languages, it doesn't even cost nothing. Rub my feet, rub my shoulders, just rub me, touch,
Yes.
like just lay with me or whatever. That's like, these things are free.
Feels good,
But
yeah,
it feels
feels
good to
good.
know, like, like touch, like I've had a long day or whatever it is, and you know, touch is like really important. So that's dope. And the other things to me are like perks. Of course, if you can buy me watch and the this and the cute that and that, those are like the extras. But time, touch, conversation are like top for me. And you do have to have your own, at least bring what I'm bringing to the table, at the least be able to be like, oh, okay, I have my own spot as well, I have this as well. But does my guy have to be like a multi-millionaire and all that and that?
So what are you missing?
That's dope.
Right now,
What are y'all missing?
I'm
No.
single.
Yeah, we can start with
Newly single.
you.
Let me shut up.
The what?
Newly
What you missing?
Nothing.
Wow.
What's you missing?
I was like,
What are you missing?
as far as,
Period.
well, those things. Well, part of why, see, I don't want to say.
Say it. This is Ken Meeks.
Don't worry about it. Yo, how many roses you want? I'm gonna get you
I
some
wanna hear
roses
this.
for me.
Aw, I love you.
My friend. You, and I want to tell you, you grew to be a beautiful woman.
Oh, thank you.
Like we knew each
Thank
other in the
you.
trenches, and you grew to be a beautiful woman in all y'all. So
Oh,
that's
I
what I'm
love
saying.
you. Thank you. That means a lot. No, I'm in a tricky situation because y'all probably know what I'm going, you know, what I'm going through. We don't even have to go on that. So it's like I'm answering in a, but I'm being honest for what I like.
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, okay. Well, good. That works for me.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, there we go.
Listen, everybody see
Okay,
me.
so
I was
good,
nailed
that
to the
works.
cross.
Tell us what's going
The
on.
girl saw me nailed to the cross. I was cheated on.
You keep saying.
You got cheated on?
So was I. But nah. So yeah, those are my things that I love.
Don't even do it.
Kids talking about. I didn't do that.
I guess
Yes.
it's my turn.
Yeah, what's your love languages?
I'll put them in order. Time is like most important. If I can't spend time with you, what's the point?
Exactly.
You can spend all the money in the world and all that, but the whole point is making that connection, and you have to do it with spending time. And I feel like time is more expensive.
But
You
y'all,
don't get it back.
you don't think when you
go
like
make
More than
money.
money.
Share it.
Than money, right?
Yes.
you don't think
I
when you
agree
like
with
somebody you spend time with, a man should want to spend time with a woman. when they
Yeah,
like
if he doesn't, he probably not.
Yeah, exactly. That's,
And then acts of service is big for me.
Acts of services.
That's a big thing for me. So what I mean by acts of services, can I depend
Why
on
you
you?
forcing
When I'm
this
down,
on?
let's say my car breaks down, can I call you?
That's not
Period.
acts of services.
Period.
Go ahead.
That's very important to me. Somebody that I can call when the chips are down and I can really depend on them to help.
Period.
You know, and then another thing is I do personally like gifts when it comes to certain occasions.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
you're a woman.
Who doesn't?
yeah. When it comes to certain occasions, I like it. Just because like flowers, just a reminder of, you know, showing somebody how you feel. Sometimes you need to see it visually how you feel.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
I like to give too, so I give those same things.
Yeah.
And then if I could get a word of you doing great, just
reassurance.
Yeah, that
sounds
reassurance is big. It's like.
Females acts of services need gifts, but they don't like to give gifts.
She didn't say it.
They don't like to give gifts to their man.
I actually like
They
to
be like,
give
yo,
gifts.
here go a t-shirt.
Not true. Hold on.
That's not
No,
true.
it's a big
Here
deal.
goes a t-shirt, dude.
That's who you've been dealing with.
Yeah, see,
That's what you. That's what you been dealing with.
Every time I step out, I'm gonna bring a gift in for my lady.
That's not true.
Not at all.
The ones I dealt with, they don't come in with a fucking gift.
Maybe that's the bum girls that he was talking about. Maybe.
Listen,
Or maybe you're not communicating.
their affirmation is gifts,
And
so
how you
I come
wanna
in
be
with
loved.
gifts, but they will not bring a gift in for you. So what you do then, as a man? What you
See,
do?
I come from a family of gifters, so like I like to give my man too.
Me too.
Especially if I see something that I like
I'm
at
not
a
a man
store.
of gifts, but I don't care what you brought me in. I appreciate it.
That's good.
I don't care what it is.
Yeah.
I
Now let me ask you a
do not
question.
care what it
Let me
is.
ask you a question where you sounded like a stand-up guy over there so far. Do you cheat?
No, I don't be cheating. There you go.
While you over here, I
that-
cook
that-
for my
that's a weird-
and I
that's
give
a-
them out loyal, and
that's
I
a
bring
weird-
gifts, and do you cheat? Okay?
That's a
Bottom line.
weird. That's a weird.
That's my way of what? I just want to know.
You something else.
Hey, this
You something else. You something else.
Whatever you say, I'm with.
I'm a man of standard.
Yeah, man.
Brasco, do you cheat?
I learn how to control myself.
Oh, good.
Learn behavior.
Good job.
You know what? If I got that right lady that's gonna treat me, I'm not cheating. I swear to my everything.
Yeah,
I'm
but
not
what
cheating.
if,
It's just
she's at
growth.
a point where maybe she's depressed and she can't do anything for you?
Then talk to
What
me,
would
man.
you
She's not
do at
cheating
that
when you're
point?
honest, though.
Talk to me.
You should be watching her.
What you
letting
mean?
her-
What you mean? Is she depressed?
So what I'm saying is, everybody falls into a slump. You could all even
Yeah.
have a moment where there's nothing for you to give, meaning you
She
don't.
just tapped out.
Yeah, or you just depressed.
A woman
and
gonna
that
leave.
can go either
She
way.
gonna leave, though.
Postpartum,
gonna leave.
postpartum
But guess
sometimes.
what though?
Yes.
You ain't strong enough to thug it out. Come talk to me.
That's why it's
Yeah,
good
but
to be
some
honest.
people, some people don't. I feel like
Yeah.
you should also
Then,
like.
then
as
it's
men
over
and
at that
women-
point. It's
If
over.
I tell
It's
you
over.
from the beginning what I want,
What you want and you cheat is
If I
not
say
being
I'm not-
honest.
But I'm saying,
once you committed,
No,
yeah, I mean,
It's over, bro. You gotta let it go.
I think
Okay,
for me,
answer-
I think for me, when I grew up, I just had to look in the mirror and hold myself accountable and say, yo, I was hanging with this kid, and this kid, he was one of the, nigga, get all the girls, like, so me and him was like that kind of guy, and he got a girl, he was like faithful as shit. I'm like, bro, how you do this? He said, he in a car with me, he said, you can't control yourself, BK? And it made me feel like this.
That's amazing. I
That's-
love that.
So I was like,
Yes.
checks and balances.
it was the only thing I have never done.
Control yourself.
Control yourself. So it was discipline, but that discipline of me controlling myself helped me with my whole life. Because if you could control yourself and discipline yourself in this area, you could discipline yourself in other
Other
areas.
areas.
I have a question. Do you think that a man could just solely be with one woman
Yes,
for the
yes,
rest of his
yes.
life?
Yes.
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 I believe
super-
And
all three
set,
say
and
that.
set,
Just
You know
tell
why?
us that.
You know why I say that?
like I'm talking about like just mentally, sexually, in all
Yes,
in all
yes,
aspects.
yes,
Do you think a man could just be with one woman?
Look, a man, listen.
Oh, Prince, you
A
ain't- that means you not
could
shit,
no, you said mentally fit. Yeah, mentally. But we'll look at other women and find them attractive, but that don't mean we want to be with them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say this.
But sexually though.
But I'm gonna say this.
Can a woman be with one man?
No,
Yes.
chill.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Y'all got the power.
I don't even have the time.
Y'all
I don't
have
really
the
got
desire
power.
when I'm
You
really
just gotta
into
know how to
one
use it.
No.
Amongst us. No, they got the power, bro.
No.
They
You
got
can-
the power,
You can
bro.
relinquish
Yeah, I
your
agree.
power, but no.
Of men.
Everybody, no.
Of how to, money, you ever heard of a cause and effect, bro?
You said
A
they got
cause
the
and
power.
effect?
They got the
I like
power.
this.
What?
They have the power
Hey, but
over
look,
us.
y'all.
No, they don't.
Hold on, y'all.
We gotta start wrapping up.
We gonna
They got the
start.
power
Hold on,
over
we gonna
us.
start wrapping up this show. This been a great
wow.
kids, cocktails, and conversation. We had Kirsten, Lyrica Anderson, Lexi Gray, Cliff White, and BK Brasco. Till next time.
Thank you. Cheers.